Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I have project share for you guys using the new KSCRAFT July release set of the Coffin tag loaded pockets. This is one of the musts to have for Halloween, I'd say. And I have in here the Coffin Purse Box set. And I have made two different 3D projects with this set. I have made 5 pockets with this one because I just couldn't stop choosing the pattern papers and just cutting it away. It was very, very addictive. So the Coffin tag loaded pockets, there is so many options that you can do with this. I just started off by making my tag loaded pockets and I'll show you all of the things that I have made. So when you make them, it looks like this. You can decorate it as much as you want, less as you want. I did mine pretty simple. All I did was cut the base shape twice, one for the front, one for the back. And the reason why I did one for the front and one for the back is because I really wanted to sandwich my largest pocket so it's really on there nice and sturdy. And the way I do that is this is the large size pocket and this is the small size pocket. For the large size pocket, I have attached it to here first. Now when you cut it out, it gives you all of the score line. So you fold like this and then you would have it like this. This would be the back version. For me to sandwich this flat bit here onto the coffin tag is what I did was I added the glue here and then I added the glue inside here and here. So then I would let me show you. So I would glue this down here first and put it against it like this for the front part. Then I would make sure to tuck this bit underneath and have this bit there that I glued like this. So that's how I got to sandwich my largest pocket, and it's really on there nice and sturdy. And it gives you so much space to add lots of things. After doing that, I glued on my front pocket and then I sealed the back. This bit here is also included. So when you cut it out, you get this. So don't chuck away the inside part of the bat because you can use that for layering onto other projects. I use my Express-It double-sided sheet so that I can easily add this thin bat lining onto this part here. It's like a reinforcer. You don't have to, but I did because I was using a thinner pattern paper. I also made more using the glitter cardstock, which is really nice and sturdy. So I really didn't need to have this reinforcer as well because I was doing it for the front and back so I can sandwich the pockets. So for this one, I did glitter cardstock at the front and pattern paper at the back. And believe it or not, this is a pattern paper from Maggie Holmes' collection. And I just think the color matches the Halloween theme so nicely. So I have this one here where it says tricks and treats. So I can actually have this together, ring binder clip, and fill it and gift it in the future. Now I did make a couple more. Let me show you. I did load them up to show you as an example of how many things you can fit inside this loaded tag pocket. This one says mystical. And then I have another one that says and fun because I thought I could pair these up in the future. Then I have another one that says boo. So let me show you how many things I was able to fit into this pockets here, right? So in the front pocket, I added my lollipop package. Then I have also added the spiderweb heart. But there's still room for more in there. Then for my back part, I added a bunch of these frames in lilac purple. These are bead frames like this that you can use for beadable pens and keychains and things. This is my purple beaded pen. So it's got heaps of room for beaded pen, packet of beads. Plus I put all of my stamp and die cut tag pieces using the KSCRAFT July release set. And I've packaged it all in here, and this fits in here, as well as this bead bag, plus the beadable pen, and there's still more room for at the front as well, as you can see. So this is such a good size for using it for your group swap item and also for your Halloween Happy Mail. Then I have this one here. I have included a perfume bottle that I made, the spooky bottle. Then I included this Tombstone embellishment as well, right? Then there's still more space for me to add more things. Plus at the back, I added this chunky silicone focal beads of the bats. And then I've also got this Bewitch potion bottle, plus the lollipop packet that I made. And it all fits in here so nicely, you guys. There's just so much room in these pockets. Then for my Boo one, I've included the Broom Fits Fly It potion bottle. Plus I've included this lollipop packet in here. And this beaded bead frames and some iridescent black bead hearts. And I've also got these pumpkin ghost embellishments in there as well. You see what I mean? You can put so much in these pockets. How fun is this, right? This is just so fun. So in this set, you get all of the layering pieces as well. But I think if it's up to you, you can choose to use the layering pieces or not. Because if you've got a really nice pattern paper and you want the pattern paper to shine, you don't have to add the layering piece. It's entirely up to you. And what I really do love about this set is this spiderweb detail. I think it's so elegant and very pretty. And if I wanted to use this part, I can just cut this bit apart and add it to other projects also. So this is a really nice set to have. I think it's one of the must to have. The next one I'm going to show you is the Coffin Purse Box. So in this set, there are many pieces included. I'm going to talk you through all of the pieces that I used for each of my projects that I'm going to show you. You get a frame one with the stitch detail. You also get this really pretty heart scalloped edge one as well. This is the largest piece. Then you also get this one here, which is the door part of the coffin. I have no idea what you call that. I don't even know if you guys call that as a door. No idea. But you also get all of these pieces. There is the largest one without the stitch details. And then you also get two different sizes of the stitched detail part. So you can even just use this set to make tag flip as well, you guys. Like different size tag flip. This is what you do need if you are making a box. You do need to cut two of this to make a box. Then you also have these bits here. Now, if you look at it carefully, the one for the top part of the coffin box says T and the bottom says B. So you need one of each. To make the box that I'm going to show you. Look at this box. I made this box. To make this box, what I did was I cut out one of the heart piece, just one, for my base. And then I also cut out one set just because I didn't separate this. I really don't think you need to separate this. So I just kept it as is. So I cut this through once using this blue pattern paper with the pink and the black. Then, so I told you I did one of this. Then I also used the plain one, only cut out one of this. One for the base. So I did these ones first and then I did those. Then I cut out the the border frame one. And that's because when you open the box, it gives you that really nice finishing touch. And I really love that so much. So, I didn't use these for my coffin box, but I did use the layering pieces for the sides. So this one fits here. And then you have 3 different sizes of these, you guys. They are very, actually this one, if I put it together, you will know. One is slightly smaller than the other. The slightly smaller one goes to the top here, like this, okay? Then the smallest cube one, the square one, goes to, or rectangle, goes here at the top. Then the biggest one is for the bottom piece down here. So I cut this one once, I cut this one once, so one for the bottom, one for the top, and then I cut the smallest rectangle one twice, one for here and one for here, okay, to decorate, to finish decorating. To form the box, what I did was, when I cut all of these pieces out, I joined them together first by putting the top one. So you glue that flap with this, then you glue this flap down here like this, so that you have one long piece, okay? Then you also join this flap here with this flap, so you get the coffin outer shape. Then with this one, I put it inside. I put it in to layer at the bottom. So that will be the bottom. So once I had the coffin box formed, I then glued my scalloped edge at the bottom. So that makes it nice and sturdy. Okay, see? So this is where I added the plain one inside. So you don't get to see the glue flaps. Can you see? It's nice and clean inside. I glued the flaps onto the outer part of this to the back area because I wanted that flap to be sandwiched between this sheet here, this space, and this space. So it's really nicely on there. Really nice and strong and sturdy. For my door part, I used the holographic printed vinyl sheet here. This is a little bit, it's not too thick, but it's not too thin. This is what I got from BBCraft a while ago. And I used that to back it onto my door part here. And then I just stitched all around here, as you can see. It is just so pretty. And I thought about, do I want to add something for the closure at the top? But because I used the vinyl sheet, it's got a bit of a weight. So when you open, it just sort of closes nicely and it just stays there. And I figured that in the future, if I'm packaging this, I probably want to use like a black trim around it and do a bow tie at the top. So I'm going to leave it like this. For the side, I decorated with the thicker glitter stickers that says ghoul and potions. And I put 2 different size hearts. And I think this is just so pretty as is. I just think this is such a really nice size for Happy Mail gifting. This is the coffin bag that I made, you guys. I really love this so much. Because the title said Coffin Purse Box, I was thinking, why did they add the purse word into this? Because I just clearly saw it as a coffin box set. But I thought, oh, hang on a minute. If I put the coffin sideways, horizontally, it might be a really nice size as a handbag. And so I made one and I turned mine into a shaker to make it super fun. I used this iridescent starry printed tool that I've had. I just love this so much. Isn't that magical? So I used that instead of an acetate for my shaker. coverage. And then I put plenty of sequin in here. And if you look at it carefully, it's got trick-or-treaters, all the different characters on there. And basically, these sequins kind of represent all of the candies they've been collecting through the night. And I also had this beautiful floral applique piece that was gifted to me in the past, and I got to use it. And I think it's so pretty on here. It fits the Halloween theme so nicely, and it's got like sequin added touches and like embroidered details. It is just so elegant and very pretty. For my handle, I used this black and white printed trim. I also added this spider trim that I got from Spotlight here in Australia on top of the black and white trim like that. Then I took it to the sewing machine to stitch onto it. And it made the handle more sturdy. I also double layered my handle. Instead of just using one trim bit, I double layered the trim. So it's got triple layer really because of the spider as well. And then to attach my handles, in this set, you also get given pieces to cut this out. So you get the stitch detail part, then you also get the smaller size. Now, I believe the smaller size is like a layering detail part for the front, because you can use, for example, if you use the holographic cardstock for the stitched part, and then you use a pattern paper, then you can, for the smaller size, you can glue it onto the front to make it really interesting also. But because I'm going to use this as for my handle piece, I just didn't need to do that, but I wanted to make it really nice and sturdy. So I double layered it using the biggest piece and the smallest piece back to front like this. Then I fed through the trim into this hole here, and then I just added the glue down here to glue it onto the back of this part here. And as you can see, I left it like this so I can show it to you guys. See? So you can choose to add your pattern paper onto there as well if you wanted to. But I left it like this so I can show it to you guys. I did use orange cardstock, like basil cardstock, for cutting all of the base for the box. So to do this one, I used one of this. So to make the coffin box, you need two of this because you need one for the right side and one for the left side. But because I'm making a coffin bag, I need an opening, so I don't need another one to close here. Although you could and have it flap open if you wanted to. There's another idea for you. So this part is for down here. And then I cut one of each of this, one for the top part here, and then one for the bottom part here, okay? I did use all of these, well, I keep saying square, but they're really rectangle, to be honest. Rectangular layering pieces, I did use all of those. I did cut two of this, one for the front of the bag and one for the back of the bag. So you need two of this to make the coffin bag. Then I did also use the frame, you guys. I used the frame for my shaker part here. One for the front and one for the back. So I needed to cut two of this with the pattern paper. I also double layered my foam to cut. See my double layered foam? I used this to cut the frame as well for my shaker frame as well. Okay. Then I didn't need to do, I did not use this because I am just gluing this part here, this box part here, straight onto the back of this scalloped heart piece. Okay. And I'm going to insert photo here to show you guys what I mean. And so this is one side how I decorated, and then this is the other side how it's decorated. Happy Halloween every day, and finished it off with 2 different stars. And you guys, I love this so much. It is not difficult to make. It's just, you just have to make sure that you don't make the mistake like me and pull it off the die super fast. You have to make sure you pull it off very slowly because this is an intricate design here. But everything cuts so nicely. It is so easy to put together. One thing I do want to also mention is that with this loaded tag pockets, you can actually fit 2 of this into this bag too. Let me just show you to demonstrate. See? It fits in there nicely. Can you see? So you can do that too if you wanted to for your happy mail idea. Thank you so much for being here, everybody, and listening to me. And I hope you have liked my Halloween projects that I've shared in this video. I would love for you to leave me nice comments for me to read so it gets me going and going. Thank you so very much. Bye for now.